Hey everybody, it's Anthony from ComicsEatingUp.net. I'm doing Anthony's pickups. Now these are books that I picked up this week. These are not books for flipping or speculating. These are books that I buy from my personal collection. I have a huge collection, probably about 40,000 comics, and eventually everything will be for sale. But right now these are the books that I grab and hold on to that I really enjoy. Now, the first half of this set is books that I bought out of a 50-cent sale. Now, the owner of one of the local comic shops that I frequent has passed away. His son is trying to liquidate the inventory. The guy has hundreds of thousands of comics, and he finally let me down to the basement. So I'm starting to pick some of the older boxes that are not as organized, and it's taking a long time, but I'm finding some really cool stuff. I need to do a second part of the video where I show off some of the other books. I found some really great Bronze Age horror books, stuff like that. But this is what I found this week. First up is one of the artists that I really, really like, and that's Richard Corbin. I love Richard Corbin's style. This book he did with Bruce Jones, who is one of the writers out of the 80s that I really like. That came from Fanagore Press, and it is Rippin' Time. This one's number, what are we on here? 5. This is the conclusion to it. I also got number 4, which shows off Corbin's style pretty well. This is a great cover. It's got the dinosaur chasing the woman. And issue 3. Now, I had issues 1 and 2 of this already. It doesn't go for a lot of money. They're like $3 books, but I really, really like Richard Corbin art. Love Bruce Jones's writing. So for 50 cents, I had to pick them up, and I had to complete that run. Now, this one's something interesting. I love zombie stories, and well before The Walking Dead, one of the best zombie books that ever came out was Dead World. Now, Dead World 10 is probably the grail of the series. That's got the Crow back cover, which it's the first appearance of Crow, I believe, in an ad. This is just number 3. They used to do 2 covers. One was a Tam cover, one was a Gore cover. This doesn't appear to be the Gore cover, but it's still just a great zombie book. Now, I have a run of these, but anytime I see them, I have to grab them. I just love this series. Speaking of zombie books, here's another one. This one's actually kind of hard to find, and I got to cover the cover a little bit. That's The Dead number 1. This is the shocking Gore cover. There we go. I have to cover that up a little bit. It's the zombie eating the woman. It's a great cover. It's a hard to find book. It's from Arrow Comics, not one of the better known comic companies, but they put out great books in the 80s, so I had to pick this one up. I've seen these online for like $89, $39 on up, pretty much. So this one's kind of hard to come by, but I saw it and I flipped out when I saw it because I knew exactly what it was. I grabbed it and threw it. 50 cents for this one. Definitely a good pickup. Speaking of cover artists, here's another cover artist that I really like, and this is a series that I don't see much in the wild. I know they're out there, but it's an Image comic book, and it's done by Alan Moore with art by Adam Hughes on the cover. It's Voodoo. So this is number 2. I didn't find a number 1 down there yet, but I'm sure I will. I mean, that's just a great Adam Hughes cover. It's a little bit risque, and then number 3 as well. You know, I missed out on this series when it was out in stores, and, you know, I really wish that I hadn't, because it's such great art. I picked up a near complete run of this next book. I pulled the rest of them up. These don't sell for very much, but it's a great series. I loved it when it came out. Joe Mad art, and it is Battle Chasers. I loved Battle Chasers when it came out. This is issue 2. They didn't have an issue 1. I have several copies of issue 1, different covers, so it's not hard for me to put together another set now that I have the rest of the issues again. I have probably 2 or 3 runs of it, but, you know, just different covers. But it's the standard cover number 2, the standard cover number 3 with that red Monica cover, and we got number 4 there, you know, just the Joe Mad covers. Number 5, see, this is still when they were with the DC Wildstorm. Number 6, or Cliffhanger, I'm sorry. Number 7, try to get my fingers out of the way. Number 8, and finally issue 9 when they were with Image Comics. So, like I said, I got a good run of that. 2 through 9. Not hard to find, not super expensive, but definitely good books to pick up. So this is a book that I picked up online. These next 4 are online purchases. The first one that I'm going to show you is the first appearance of a villain, and I usually don't spec hard on villains, but if they're major villains, I will. Now, I'm hoping that either in the next Ant-Man movie or in Doctor Strange, they're going to bring him over, and that character is, of course, Annihilus. And this is just such a great cover. I love it. The first appearance of Annihilus, Fantastic Four, King Size Annual number 6, or King Size Special number 6. This one is a 5.5. Came in this nice Mylar. Pretty happy. It's got the full back on that as well. All right, next up is another villain first appearance. Once again, this is Marvel Universe or MCU related. There's been a lot of speculation about this character coming over into the Marvel Universe. I've got issue number 1 of this run, but I didn't have any of the subsequent issues. I have like 1 and the last issue, and then like all the ones in the middle. I've been holding off on buying this one for a while, but now's the time to buy it because I think prices are going to start going up as there's so much speculation on the book. It is Silver Surfer number 3. It's got the first appearance of Mephisto. He's been in every Marvel comic as of late. It's such a classic first appearance. It's such a great first cover. I really thought that now was the time to get this book because I didn't want to sit around and have the prices go up and then regret not getting it later. The next book is also a first appearance, but that's not the reason I bought it. I bought it because I love this cover. It's a book that I've wanted for a while, and, well, just go ahead and show it. That book is Marvel Preview Presents number 7 with that great Satana cover. Try to get that. It's really glossy. I'll pull it out of the bag. Maybe that'll present a little bit better on the camera, but no, it's still really glossy. You see, that's a great cover. It is the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon, so there is a first appearance in this one. Obviously, this one's CGC graded. I think the case is pretty clean. There's like a small chip on it. But other than that, I got this at a steal. 6.0 on this one. Really happy with it. I know a lot of people won't buy or don't buy the Marvel magazines, but I really love Marvel horror magazines. Tales of the Zombie, the Tales of Vampires. You know, there's some really great first appearances, or really great magazines, and Satana's first appearance is actually in Tales from the Vampire, which is another one of those books that's on my list that I'm going to get maybe in my next set of online purchases. All right, so this is the last book I got. Anytime I can find them, and find them at a decent price, I will buy PreCode Horror. This one was already graded. Go ahead and show it off. This is Chamber of Chills number 10. Now, the cover is not the best out of the run. It's not my favorite cover out of this run, but still, PreCode Horror, and I got it at a steal. Like I said, CGC 4.0. PreCode Horror is definitely going up. It's getting harder and harder to find those people who collect it, hold on to it, and don't sell it. And those that do come up are just going up in price. So I saw this one as soon as it came online. I snatched it up, and that just actually came in the mail today. So that's it for what I got today. Let me know which book you thought was your favorite out of my pickups. As always, thank you for watching. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. We're doing more video content coming up. Finally in the house, starting to get everything unpacked. It's been a long journey, trust me. And if you haven't done so, please like this video, give this video a thumbs up, and it really helps. That's it, guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.